Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy Shaba and I'm a veterinary student at the Ontario Veterinary College. I'm currently here on externship at Pioneer Equine Hospital in Oakdale, California. And I asked one of the intern doctors, Dr. Holly Stewart, to sit down with me and just chat a bit about the internship. Dr. Stewart is a California native that traveled to UPenn for vet school. And then after vet school, she returned back to California to complete her internship. And with less than a month left, she is headed back to UPenn, her alma mater, for a surgical residency. So congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to chatting with you tonight.
Cool. So to start us off, maybe I thought you could just give a brief overview of the internship here and maybe what a typical day looks like.
Yeah, so we work pretty much around the clock here. Our day usually starts around 6 a.m. We come in and treat the patients in the hospital, and then 3 days a week we have stall side rounds at 7:30. And just review the cases in the hospital. The senior clinicians will kind of help the intern clinicians make sure that we understand kind of the basic fundamentals of every case. And then we start seeing appointments at 8 a.m. Appointments here run from 8 to 5, and as an intern you're assigned to one of the 3 rotations here, either hospital intern where you help out with all the outpatient cases that come in during the day. Surgery, we usually do somewhere between 5 and 15 surgeries a week, so you assist in surgery, and anesthesia. So we run anesthesia for all elective as well as emergency procedures here. And so you rotate between those 3, and then if you are on surgery or anesthesia and you're free, then you get to help out with cases, lamenesses, or whatever's going on in the hospital, or go out in the field. After hours, interns have primary case responsibility, as well as we cover all the emergencies. So we wear a pager from 5 p.m. until 8 a.m. and take in whatever comes in. We really are the primary doctors that see and respond to the emergencies and the cases, and then we always have a senior clinician on backup. And so that's kind of how it works. And, you know, when we have externs, we make use of them, and when we don't, we do everything really ourselves, including overnight treatments.
Cool. And I know some internships vary in the amount of mentorship that you get.
Yeah.
So how would you describe, like, from when you first started emergencies and stuff like that to where you're at now?
We're really very intensely mentored, and the mentorship really continues all throughout the year. So we start off with, we see all of our emergencies in our first month with the senior clinician, and then in the second month they're there, usually in the hospital when we're seeing emergencies, but we are actually seeing them by ourselves. And then by the 3rd month, you are seeing emergencies by yourself, and the clinician's always on call. But we call them and let them know about every page that comes in. We talk through every case with them. So they really are involved from the very start of our internship to the very end, and they will always come in if you have a joint tap or something that you don't feel comfortable seeing by yourself. They're always there.
Great. And I know that with some internships, the interns get treated a lot like technicians. Mm-hmm. How can you comment on that in this internship?
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that for better or for worse, we are treated like doctors here. We definitely do a lot of the nursing care on the patients in the hospital. That's just part of the internship, but we are treated like doctors. So we have responsibility for the decisions that we make on the case. We're really pushed to see our own patients and to have our own kind of opinions on things, and then to really grow and learn. So, you know, that extends also in surgery. We're driving the scope in surgery. We're, you know, working really alongside the senior clinicians. So you are definitely not a technician here. You are definitely a doctor, and it is really hard on day 1, and there are still challenges on almost day 100, 365. So.
Yeah. Great. And, so I've been here for a week and a half already, and I have a pretty good feel of the clinic culture here and what it's like to work here. But for people who haven't been here before, how would you describe the clinic culture and what it means to be a doctor here at Pioneer?
We are really a team here, so we rely on each other. We rely on externs, we rely on interns. Everyone has kind of an equal weight, and everyone, there aren't job descriptions. Everyone helps out doing everything. Doctors are, cleaning rooms when they have a free moment, and interns are out there, seeing emergency cases and getting anesthesia going and all of that. So it really is a very collegiate culture. Everyone is treated, in my opinion, with a lot of respect and respect for how you got to where you are. And so I really think that the culture is also a very positive one. It really encourages learning and, kind of pushing your own limits of what you know. And I think it's very supportive. There's always room to ask even the stupidest questions, even if you've been here a while. So it's a very unique culture, and that's one of the reasons why I love it here and why I chose to be an intern here.
Great. And I know, so for students who are thinking about applying for internships and are looking at Pioneer, would you say that this internship is catered toward a certain person, like someone who's considering only specializing, or is it for the good for the well-rounded person, or?
I think that's it's really an internship designed for anyone who wants to really learn how to be a doctor. And I think that means that whether you're going to go into general practice, start your own practice, or go and move towards a residency or some kind of specialization. I think this internship, because of the way that it's designed and how much case management we have, how hands-on we are, it works for everyone. And it also has such a diverse case load, and a large enough caseload that whether you're interested in medicine or surgery or reproduction, you really can see and become very well versed and very experienced in anything.
Cool. So I know that a lot of my equine classmates are still deciding on whether or not they want to do an internship. For all those students out there who are still unsure if they want to do one or not, do you have any advice for them?
I think that you really have to know yourself in the process. I don't think that an internship is right for everyone, but I also think that there are a lot of different kinds of internships out there. So in the process, I think you just have to know who you are as a person, what you want to get out of that year, and what's really important to you. And if you can find a place that gives you the right mentorship and the right experience, then in my mind it doesn't matter if it's an internship or just a job. I think for me, I really wanted to have an experience where I could be hands-on and be treated like a doctor, but have that support network. And I think that's what comes when you have a 10-doctor practice. You get to ask everyone's opinion on every case, and I really wanted that, and I needed that. And I wanted to have surgery and anesthesia, and I wanted to do everything. So.
And student budgets are tight, and there's a lot of clinics out there with internships and you can't visit all of them. I know you visited quite a few clinics while you were in vet school.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best part about this internship that sets it apart from all the others out there?
I think I don't know a single internship that has the kind of hands-on that we have for our interns. And I think even for the externs, we try and make it a learning experience. We try and get externs to do things that are hands-on, and same thing for interns. We really, I think we go above and beyond to treat people like doctors. And I only know that from my experience in talking to my classmates and what their experiences are like. Now, we work long hours and we're here kind of nonstop, but that's what this year is for. And so I think that talking to people that you trust, knowing yourself in the process, and kind of finding that place that might match you is how I came across this place, and it's absolutely the perfect fit.
Great. And I know that the year is coming to a close. You have less than a month left. What would you say is your best memory from this past year?
I think my intern mates. We have all different interests, but we really are super amazing friends and colleagues, and if you've gone through this experience with those other people, then you are bonded for life in some way that is inexplicable. And I think that for me, the memories that I have with them, both helping each other through hard times or challenging cases or just talking things out, playing a few very fun practical jokes on one another, I think that's what makes it fun, are the people. You're gonna learn a ton wherever you go, but my best memories all involve the people here, and that sometimes revolves around cases and sometimes just revolves around being people.
Cool. So that's kind of all the questions I had for you. Do you have any final thoughts or advice for students out there?
Yeah, I just to say that if you really want to be at a place, and you come as an extern, I think it's really important that you make that known. So pull the intern coordinator aside or the extern coordinator. Make sure you tell them that this is the place that you want to be and ask for their feedback on how to improve. It's only going to make you a better vet in the end. And, make another time and come back. If you've come as a second or a third year, schedule an appointment or schedule an externship to come, after you've been on clinics for a few months in your fourth year, maybe closer to their internship deadline. Really make it a point to not only go above and beyond, but find the place that's best for you and make that known. I think that's really important, and there are no perfect internships out there, but hopefully there's one that's perfect for you.
Great, that's really good advice. Thank you. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me tonight. For all of you guys out there watching, feel free to look me up on Facebook or Twitter. If you have any questions, feel free to send them my way. Thank you.
Thanks.